Hi everyone, back up the river again. It's Thursday the 22nd of August and this for me is a very important fishing session. It's my first river carp session. I've never done it before, so it's my very first time. So I'm up here today. I'm at the same stretch of river that I was at on the last session I had. I don't know if any of you watched it, but I'm up there again. I'm just having a look. I'll just show you what it looks like a little bit further up from where I fished last time. Just give you an idea. I'm still contemplating where to fish at the moment. I think I'm going to fish the same swim as I fished last time. I've just seen what I think was possibly a carp or something jumping out the water. I wasn't sure first off whether it was a fish or whether it was a duck or something, but I can't see any signs of a duck down there unless it's gone into the sides, into the reeds. So I imagine it was if it wasn't a carp, a fish of some kind. Look at all those lily pads though, look. I think that's where I'm going to fish today. I'm going to fish the same swim as I fished last time. I know that it's pretty snag free. Right, what I do, I'll get everything set up, ready to go, and then I'll run you through my tactics and what bait I'm using and so on. I'll see you soon. Right, this is the swim I'm fishing, the same one as I fished a few days ago, but this time I'm fishing for carp for the very first time on the river. I've never done it before, so be interesting. This is the bait I've got. I've got Scopex squid boilies, 15mm. They'll go on a hair rig. I've got Scopex squid 6mm pellets, which I shall put in the water in a minute. Then I've also got some marine halibut pellets. I've also got some swim stim carp pellets and also some red quill pellets. I've got plenty of stuff here. What my theory is when I put these Scopex squid pellets in and all the other pellets, that will bring the variety of fish into the swim, hopefully. That's what I'm hoping. And then the boilies on the hair rig will then be for the carp. Mind you, it never works out the way you plan it, so, but that's what I'm hoping. So we'll see how it goes anyway. As long as I enjoy myself and have a good session, that's all I care about. You know, if I catch something, great. Looks nice out there though. I think what I'm going to do, same as before, I'm going to target over there. Just in that V shape, just this side over there. And the other rod, I've got two rods, one rod will go over there, the other rod will go probably just on that corner there. Just here, but on the corner, just out a little bit. So I'm going to get some bait in there while before I set everything up, and then we'll see how it goes. And I'll keep you posted on how it all develops. Right, I'll catch up with you later. Right, we're underway. I've got both the rods out now. I've got one over there. In fact, I've gone right in the middle of the lily pads. So, but hopefully it'll be alright. This one here to the left is just on that corner. I've put plenty of pellets and stuff out there, boilies and pellets. With this sort of game, it's just a question of waiting to see if anything happens. So it's the first time I've been carp fishing on the river. And last night I was sort of thinking about my strategy, how I sort of approach it, how I'd go about it. I've been watching videos on YouTube and that of river carp fishing and stuff, trying to take tips from those experienced anglers, you know, that know what they're doing. I mean, I've carp fished many a time on lakes and stuff like that, day ticket lakes and that, but never on the river. So I'm going to be here till about 8 o'clock this evening. I've got a Scopex squid pellet on both rods with a pink pop-up, pink 6mm pop-up on the right hand rod and a yellow 6mm pop-up on this left hand rod here. Time for a cup of tea. I think I'll catch up with you later if anything happens. Well, it's 1:45 now. Nothing at the moment. And I didn't expect anything at this stage. I know it's difficult during daylight hours, especially on warm sunny days like this. It's not the best of times to expect to catch any river carp, I know, but some chap turned up about 20 minutes ago, having a look around, saying he was going to do some night fishing over the weekend. I've just baited up this little area down here as well, just down here. I might give that a go a bit later, because that's a sort of place where they might hide out. I did have a knock on this rod here about 15 minutes ago. It was just a knock, but it was definitely a knock. There's loads of bait out there, loads of pellets and boilies. So any fish coming through here should home in on it with a bit of luck. Well, it's 10 minutes to 2 now. Hasn't been any sign of anything at the moment. I've got PVA bags on both rods filled with pellets and chopped up boilies and that. Just, you know, start casting to the same areas, getting plenty of bait out there. I'm really pinning my hopes on around 4 o'clock onwards. Once it starts getting a little bit cooler, because it's quite warm now. That's what I'm pinning my hopes on anyway. That session from around 4 o'clock onwards. And where I've put all this bait in, I'm hoping, and I do mean hope, that they home in on it. But we'll see, we'll see. At the moment though, nothing at all. It's very pleasant. I've just had my dinner and a cup of tea, and it is very pleasant, lovely. But let's just hope something turns up. Let's give you another shot of what it looks like again out here. So I've got this rod nearest to me, that's out there, just down there on the corner, and the rod to the right is more or less straight out in front of that, about 2 or 3 feet in front of that V shape in between the lily pads out there. Both have got Scopex squid boilies on with a pop-up, 6mm pop-up. It's just a question of waiting and seeing if anything comes along. Anyway, I'll keep you posted if anything does happen. Bye for now. Well, it's 2:45 now. I've just rebaited up and recast out there again. Still nothing at the moment. To be honest with you, I really wasn't expecting anything. I really wasn't. Not at this stage. It's 2:45. It's a blazing hot day. It just isn't going to happen at the moment. As I said before, I'm really pinning my hopes on anywhere from around 4 o'clock onwards. 4, half 4 onwards. I mean, I'm under no illusions. I knew this was going to be very tough. I knew that from the beginning, but I really wanted to have a go at it, because I know the carp are caught on this river, decent sized carp, you know. You've still got every chance, but I think my best opportunity of catching something will definitely be from around 4, half 4 onwards. Once it starts just to cool down a bit. I've got all the right baits. I've actually got a cheesy garlic pellet on the left hand side rod now. Just swapping around a bit and seeing, you know. And I've got a halibut pellet on the right hand side rod. Just mixing it up a little bit and just seeing. Anyway, I'll catch up with you later. I'll keep you posted on anything that happens. Before I take another little look along here, just to show you what it's like. Have a look at this area down here. I'm going to be coming back here next week probably. I might give this a go here, down here. Looks good, doesn't it? I mean, I could have fished here today. Anyway, take it back. Get me rods back out again. 20 past 3 now, just gone 20 past 3, and it is absolutely sweltering, I tell you. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Nothing's happening at the moment. Really ain't. It's absolutely cooking up here, I tell you. Oh. Just waiting for the temperatures to drop a bit and that sun to lose some of its strength. I think from about 4, half 4 onwards, my chances of getting a bite, at least getting a bite, increase. Without any doubt. As I said to you earlier, I never expected to get anything in these temperatures during the day. But what I have done, I've baited up heavily. So if any fish do move into this swim a bit later, that's when we may just see some action. Until then, we soldier on. Well, it's up past 4 now, and I've been sitting here since 11 o'clock this morning, and nothing, absolutely nothing has happened, apart from one knock on this left hand rod, and that was it. There's been no line bites, no liners, nothing to indicate that there's anything there at them, you know. As I say, it's half 4 now, and it's still flipping hot. So, you know, you're probably looking at around tea time onwards. And we'll see if anything happens then. But by God, it is tough, this river carp fishing. It really is tough. I know night time's best setting, you know, and all that, but I do think the bream get turned on in this river once that light starts fading, from what I've heard. So much bait out there now. Yes, a very tough session this, as it always seems to be for me on this river, but I'm going to keep trying. I'm not going to give up on this. Anyway, I'll keep you posted. As I say, it's just gone half 4 now, so and it's still hot. So, you know, I think for at least another 45 minutes in this weather before we start just maybe getting a better chance of catching something. Anyway, I'll keep you posted. Well, it's 5 to 5 now. Still nothing. We're approaching that time now where sun's strength is starting to weaken a little bit, but I'll tell you what though, if I pull something out in the next couple of hours I shall go nuts. I will go mad. I'll probably jump in. Is it when I've watched these people fishing the rivers on YouTube and that, like their videos and that, it's amazing how many times they start getting runs, they start getting bites around tea time and into the evening. That is what I'm pinning my hopes on now. It's a beautiful day, but quite often weather like this, it ain't great when it comes to catching carp and that. There's been loads of small stuff jumping out, you know, really small stuff, you know, small roach and stuff like that, but I do know that once that sun goes down, I've heard that, you know, the bream quite often home in on your bait around that time up here. I said to you before, I've got about an hour and 3/4 ride back. I always find the ride home more knackering than the ride here. The ride here is I've no problem at all. I could ride for hours coming up here. I really could, but it's going back. You know, when you're sitting here and that sun, that hot sun is sapping your strength and stuff, even though you're not actually doing anything. But I'm up here and I'm not gonna give in. I'm gonna keep going till about 8 o'clock this evening. And just see if anything changes. I rebait I've been rebaiting about every hour now. I've got a halibut pellet on one rod with a pop up, a pink 6mm pop up, and on the other one a Scopex squid boilie with a pink pop up. So anyway, I'll keep you tuned in if anything else happens. If anything happens. It's 5:15 now. And we're just heading into that time when things could start happening. I'm toying with the idea of casting over to the far side into the shadow now, where it's darker. Might be worth giving it a go there. Not easy though, it certainly isn't easy. If I caught something today, I'd feel I've done really well. And I guess that's what this sort of fishing is all about. You know, it's just the waiting game really. Well, it's just gone 6 o'clock now. I've had a couple of knocks on the right hand rod in the last 10-15 minutes, which indicates to me that there's something down there now, but apart from that, nothing yet. There's a couple of blokes have just turned up about 45 minutes ago. They're just fishing that area that I showed you with all those lily pads there along there. I would expect things to start now if I'm going to, I'm going to stay here till I'm going to pack up about 8 o'clock. So I've got another, just under a couple of hours fishing left. Oh, it's been a lovely day though, but God, has it been bloody tough, as always seems to be on here. I've done everything right, you know, the setup's right, the bait's right, everything is, it's nothing that I've done that isn't right. It's just the fact that really I think you've got to fish this place at night or in the evening and at night to reap the rewards, reap the benefits, I suppose. It's not to say you can't catch decent sized fish here during the day, of course you can. But certainly today in this sun, in this heat, it hasn't been easy. I'll catch up with you a bit later on. Well, it's 25 to 7 now. Nothing happening. The guy who was here the other evening when I was fishing here, he's turned up now, and he was telling me that it's normally around midnight that they start switching on up here. If that's the case, I've got no chance. Not a sniff, just a couple of knocks, that's all I've had. I'm going to give it another hour. Give it another hour, and that's probably going to be my lot. There's still hope, even now there's still hope. It's a bit like a cricket, like a test match, isn't it? Where the batting side has been batting all day and they've made about 370 odd without loss. There's still hope that you can take a wicket in the last hour of play. You know, it's still a chance. And I'll keep you posted. Well, it's about 5 to 7 now. So we're just about to enter the last hour, and it's what it's coming down to now. It's coming down to the last hour. I've been here fishing there since 11 o'clock this morning. All I've had is just a couple of knocks, one on each rod, just a couple of knocks. No runs, nothing. And it's all come down to this last hour now. See whether I can just pluck something out. It's not looking like it at the moment at all. Some movement over there. I mean, the amount of bait that's out there is just unbelievable. Boilies, pellets, loads and loads of bait out there. And I would imagine that there's every chance they could be out there now feeding on that. Mind you, there's probably so much bait out there that by the time they get to my bait, it's probably going to be a bit too late. As I say, you never know. You know, it's no point in going yet. You know, this is the time now when I would have expected things to start happening. I think I've got more chance of catching something now than I have had all day. But even if I don't catch anything, I've still thoroughly enjoyed it, as I always do. You know, it's another learning curve, isn't it? You know. Anyway, I'll keep you posted. Bye for now. 7:10 now. There's a lot of topping out there, a lot. But it's all small stuff. You see it out there, see, look. I don't have the cameras picking it up. It's all small roach and stuff. It's been like that virtually all day, really. Who's to say if I stayed here all night I might catch something. Something might, you know, turn up. But I'm probably got about another half an hour now. Into the last half an hour. And a little knock on the right hand side rod just then. I've had one or two of those where the rod tip's just gone like that, but just line bites. I'll catch up with you just before I'm about to pack up. Well, the sun's just going down now behind the trees. It's 7:25. I've had another knock on the right hand side rod, so I'm pretty sure there are fish over there now feeding. They're probably knocking into my line, but nothing's taken my bait yet. I've got another 20 minutes to go. I can well see why people, you know, come up here this time of the day. Because to be honest with you, it looks more likely to go now. The line looks more likely to go now than it has done at any other time since I've been here this morning. There's a little tap on there again now on the right hand side rod. Loads of small stuff, as you can see. Those temperatures just starting to drop a bit now. So it's very, very tempting to stay here the night. It really is. And ride home in the morning, but if I knew for certain I would get one, you know what I mean? I'm not though. No, it's not. Anyway, we've got into the last 20 minutes. I'm getting several knocks and twitches on the rod tip. So I imagine they're feeding on all those pellets down there and just bumping into the line or something, you know. But just no positive takes on my herring, on my bait. It's amazing, them temperatures really dropping now. But this is the time to be out there. You sort of feel really that all those hours I spent during the day today were wasted really. You know, now's the time you want to be fishing, and into the night. So I've still got almost a 2-hour bike ride home, or not far short. Which is nice when you ain't got to get up for work. You know, I don't mind. But I'd love to have caught something. I really would. I knew it was always going to be tough. You know, I was under no illusions what it was going to be like. So disappearing now behind the trees. And now you would imagine that the bream carp would start coming on the feed. Right, unless I catch anything in the next 10-15 minutes, I'm going to say goodbye now. Thoroughly enjoyed it, even though I haven't caught anything. So I'm going to be packing up in about 10 minutes now. Just give it another 10 minutes. And then that's my lot. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again on the next one.